Well, I have to tell you, I'd heard about it, but then I wanted to test it to see just how good it really was. So, of course, we had to come to Krispy Kreme. Aloha and welcome to Life Journaling and Dash.
And Diaries.
We're your hosts, David
And Uvella.
and after living all over the world
And being married for over 30 years.
we decided to share our journey.
And the adventures.
Our hope is to encourage others. Well, aloha and welcome to Life Journaling and Dash Diaries. This is the moving edition, and we're loading everything up from Dash. We hit the road 1 October of 2021. We've traveled to a number of states, traveled through 15,000 miles, and so now we're going to add about 6,000 as we transition from Seattle to, well, actually we're going to go do another 2,000. We're going to go from Seattle to Oregon, to Indiana, to Colorado or Utah, into Oklahoma, into Dallas, and then fly to Honolulu on the 30th of June. But to get to Honolulu, we're going to go from Dallas to Denver to Kauai, and then from Kauai to Oahu. And we're going to do all this on miles. That's why there's a little hopping around. So it's going to cost us $42 whole to get there. I know, that's a blessing. Right now, we continue to pack up. We've got lots of boxes going into our pod. Pod is a way that they drop off the crate to you. You fill it up with all your household items, including your folding bikes and surfboard, if you will. We even were able to take some things that we didn't think we'd have room. So I've got some speakers going and some albums. Yes, I have a record collection, and that's going to go to Honolulu. So we're excited, and now we're finishing up the last few things. Then we're headed off on our last trip as we transfer Dash the RV down into Dallas and then to its new owners, and we'll be headed off to the beach in Oahu. So yay, just for the adventure. And the thing about it is, we've moved a lot of times, and so we've talked to other people that have moved, not as much as us, and it can be nerve-wracking. We get that. The difference of what we've been doing for the last 20 years is journaling. That's where we're reading the scripture, reflecting on it, using SOAP, S for scripture, O for observation, A for application, and P for prayer. And by doing this each and every day, then everything we do, we're giving it to God and letting Him deal with this. And then it's not on our shoulders. I'm using suspenders today to help with this move, but we've got bigger assistance coming from God. So whatever happens, it's okay. We go with Him. When you pack, it's important that you put everything in its right spot. Otherwise, you're not going to have room. And so that's one of the things we do. We want to pack our priorities first. I mentioned I'm going to get to take some records. If there hadn't been room, the records wouldn't have been allowed to go. But because we put in everything we had to take, and we still had room left over, then we were able to put in the records and some of the fun stuff. The surfboard. It's not a priority, but it's nice that you can have that when you go to Hawaii. And so that's kind of like a reflection on our journaling. Each and every day, we open up the Bible and we read, and then we record about 10 minutes of a reflection. But it's something we've been doing for over 20 years. My wife says it's more than 20 years now, 22 years, something like that. But it's important that we take time each and every day so that we always have time for the things that are important in our lives. We have time for each other. Coming up on an anniversary here. Days left before that. And then you can put in the extra stuff, but you have to take care of whatever's your priority, whether it be eating, sleeping, being healthy, work. For some of you, you have jobs outside of the office and home, and some of you are doing work at the office, at home, or taking care of family at home. So you have to have your rocks, you take care of those, and then you have room to put in the fun stuff. We've always done our life that way. We've always had our priority of God, family, church, and this is how we do our packing. So as we go now, we've got lots of boxes, got more things to put together and pack up, but it's been an adventure, and we've even had time to do some fun stuff, such as we went to our first ever Krispy Kreme.
I had heard about it, but then I wanted to test it to see just how good it really was. So of course, we had to come to Krispy Kreme. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. And I can only eat part of the donuts because I thought, well, that's too much sugar. And I'm going to want a nap later on, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be permitted to take a nap.
Sure that we will go to a Chick-fil-A before we leave town, although I understand they're putting in 4 Chick-fil-A's there in Hawaiian Islands, so we'll still get our Chick-fil-A, and yeah, we're good wherever we go as long as we keep going with God. So thanks for joining us for another edition of Life Journaling and Dash Diaries, the moving edition, as the adventure continues.